Welcome to Mrs. Peach Thrifty Living. I'm so happy you're here. Today is different. A day in my life, and it'll be part 1 and 2. Come back for tomorrow for 2. I thought I'd do a day in my life. We'll see if that works. I've never done one of these before, so let's see what happens. I didn't think of it till after I got dressed, run a brush through my hair, put some lipstick on. But when I get up in the morning, I just made my bed. They sit in a chair or on the couch, and I open my curtain and see my brother's house right there. Heading into the kitchen. A little dark in here. These are sitting where they're going to be today. It's my work table most of the time. I sit here at the table video because it is so handy, and I know how to set the cameras up real easy right here. Some of my things I have. There's so many things you could do before you go to bed and make it nicer, but I didn't. Coffee, let's fix it up. It's making this. We have a week's made up, and then in my cup. Faithful about putting my collagen in my coffee, so I'll continue that along with my protein. And I know I showed you this. Got my coffee ready. Now it's time to go and put my makeup on. This is my famous chair. 47 outside and 55 in here. I thought about turning the heat on. Would normally do, but I'm getting ready to go. I have a shirt and a sweater on. So heard different friends of mine. One of them had a $400 PG&E bill this month, and another had a $300 and something. And mine was sitting at $173. It was because I was really, really conservative. You might recognize this case if you've been with me very long. I've made these. I've made several of them. Is a moisturizer for my face. This one right here. I put it in this other one where it's not so big to put in my little case here. Go to bed at night. I make sure I have my video ready to upload the first thing in the morning. I have my thumbnail picture that I have saved. When I wake up first thing before I get out of the bed, I turn it on and upload it. I've been doing that. I don't know how everybody else does it, but that's the way I do it. And I am getting ready. I'm going to meet my friends at the donut shop. There's a few of us that meet usually every Saturday morning. Sometimes there's a bigger crowd because everybody else is in there, and we know most of them. We've been going to the same shop for years and years. I think it was supposed to rain a little more today. It's really funny the way the weather has been lately. We will have rain and sun, and the next thing you know, it's the same thing again. It's been pretty windy. I'm going to be going on a trip pretty soon to North Dakota, and I'm going to meet my daughter there. Her daughter, my granddaughter, and her family live there. I'll be getting to see my youngest great-granddaughter that I've never seen before. She is, what, 2.5? Well, somewhere around there. I have a little calendar that I keep all their dates on, and I put the year in it because I kept forgetting how old the kids were. And if I'm not mistaken, we may be on the same flight from Denver on into North Dakota. My daughter is coming from Florida, and I'm coming from California, and we'll be meeting up in Denver. And it sounds like it's going to be the same plane. It's been over a year since we were together. Son will be here, and then again my brother, and I'm excited to get to go. On to my mascara. When my friend will be seeing her today, along with the other friends. I really hope to get my brother to come back over and play the piano for us again. He has been so busy. They had a water leak and had to have all of their pipes dug up or something and replaced. That's quite a job to do. And he still works 3 days a week, 10-hour days. And what is he, 82? Man, I tell you, I'm blessed to have my family. Okay, done. Daily bread, you can pick these up lots of different places. And they're in churches. You can order them by just going to ourdailybread.org. Now I've got it set up, but I'm gonna try to get a little bit of this. I curl it with pin curls. I curl it with curlers. This is just my flat iron that I use a little bit, put a little curve in once in a while, depending on what mood I'm in. Getting ready to go on this trip, I was a little nervous about going and getting a haircut. I didn't want to get it cut too short, so I did do a little trimming on top. So, and if you're watching, you might have to fix up something. I've actually did some videos that I thought I wanted to reach up there and move my hair out of my eyes a little bit. My xylitol, I've still been using it faithfully. I hope it's helping. My granddaughter gave me these earrings for Christmas. It had these on it, but they were so long, I took them apart and I made 2 pair of earrings out of them. In the picture, the way I've got it set up, I've never set my camera here. And I always video with not me looking in the camera. It's the camera part. It's what my son taught me. And of course, you know, if you read anything, if you look at anything, somebody showing a book or anything, unless you have some kind of special setting on yours and know how to set it, everything is shown backwards. Say like for this, you can read that. Lighting's probably not very good here. I always love to wear a scarf if it's anything cool at all. This has, but I do not like being cold, you guys. I'm there and take you along with me to see my friends at the donut shop. Now I'm nice and warm. I will be. Bag with me. Someday I might have to replace this bag. It's getting a little worn. I got it at a thrift store, and I sure got my money out of it. I'll see you in the car. Got my purse, got my bag, ready for the day. I live in an old neighborhood. Nice houses and not so nice houses. We do not have sidewalks on our road. I hear that in 2 years from now, possibly we could be getting sidewalks. I think he said 2 years. It was one of the supervisors that wanted me to vote for him. I turned my blinker on. It has that sound. And I have not figured out why, because I've checked to make sure my lights, but the left and turn signal lights go on. School I started at whenever I was a little girl, so many years ago. You hear that? And it starts blinking faster. My mom and dad came here whenever there was just a few people in this town, not a lot. And there was a lot of olive trees at that time in this town. One man bought up and then sold it off in 1 acre lots. We got a roundabout in our little town. That was quite, there was a lot of controversy about that. People was not happy that they had that roundabout, but I think it really helps with the traffic flow, and they say a lot less accidents. And I'm on the roundabout now. It is the Sierras and a railroad track. We have railroad tracks on both sides of our town. You know, this used to be the main road going into town, but then several years ago, many years ago, they built a highway right parallel to it. Oh, there's a policeman. Am I going the speed limit right? I am. I don't have to worry about it. That's one nice thing. Once you, if you drive the speed limit, you don't have to worry when you see a police officer sitting, hoping to give a ticket or find people that's going over the speed or think it's more than just speeding. I'm almost to my turn off. Do the turn. And go. You know, when I first, after Richard passed away, and I had to drive. It was really a big deal, and I can't say I love it now, but I'm so much more comfortable with driving now than I was. And I would just want to say, anybody out there that has their driver's license and they have a mate, be sure and keep your driving practices up where you can drive, or otherwise, if I couldn't drive, I would be stuck at home so much more than I am now, depending on rides from people. Then again, you have to count the cost. I mean, I live where riding on the public transit would be very odd here. You'd have to go a good little ways to get to the bus stop, and they run regularly but not frequent. Is that the way to say it? It would be very hard to do that. And I don't think they even have bus service at night. So if you wanted to go somewhere at night, you'd just be out of luck. Now, maybe over in another town, they might have it that's closer to me, but that I've ever heard of, they don't have bus service. With the cost of buying a car, if you don't own your car already and it's not a pretty good one, you know, if you had to pay payments on a car, and of course your insurance, my insurance is going to be coming pretty soon, and it's, well, right around $1,000 a year, give or take a little. I do save the money ahead of time so I can pay it when it gets here. And then you can count the cost of your tags and your smog and your license, all those kind of things. Nothing's very cheap these days, so you put a lot of money in it. And if you had good service and ways to get around, taking public transportation might not be a bad idea if you just earmarked it for that and you wasn't putting it in your car. And I'm getting pretty close to the donut shop. I've chattered about a lot of things. Seeing that tree right there, it's a willow tree. Willow trees, we had a big one when I was growing up. They cut that down. I don't remember the reason, but when we was little, if we got in trouble, we had to go out and get us a willow branch off the tree, and we got a little switching with that. I'm getting close. We are just across the street from the donut shop. The sign here says 409, but it's a little higher than I get mine at Walmart, or I've never gotten it at Costco's. We do have a Costco's as close as our Walmart, but I've never went over there, and I hear it's a few cents cheaper, so I need to check that out. But isn't it funny, you get accustomed to what you do and you don't want to change? There's many things in my life like that. I mean, I can go with the flow of a lot of things, but some things is hard, like changing my internet. I probably could save some if I changed it. Changing my cell phone service, if I wanted to, I could save a few dollars. Some of my friends in there already. We have a little group of another group that gets there before us, and they leave about the time we get there. Come back tomorrow for the rest of this video, part 2, and God bless you. Like, subscribe, and we'll see you tomorrow.